You just may be wondering why I'm able to grow my hair this thick, long, and healthy. I know most of you requested this video, finger detangling. You may have asked, how did Dima manage to grow this thick, healthy hair? That's as a result of me being gentle with my detangling. Rough detangling can mess your hair up. Rough detangling can make you go from thick to thin, or from dense, highly dense hair to sparse hair. On this video, as requested by most of you, I'm going to be sharing with you how I detangle my hair with my fingers. If you ask me what finger detangling is, I'll basically tell you that finger detangling is using your fingers to separate your hair strands from the knots. When your hair strands knot each other, because kinky hairs, they are prone to breakage and they love to get intertwined with each other. So when they get intertwined with each other, how are you able to separate them just so you don't encounter so much shedding and breakage? So finger detangling is basically using your fingers instead of combs, and there are the safest way to keep your hair from too much or excessive shedding and breakage, instead of using tools that may rip off your hair. So you opt for fingers. Finger detangling can drastically reduce damage to your natural hair, making it a great alternative to traditional tools, which are your combs, your brushes, and the likes. Your fingers are the best tool you can have to avoid an issue that is major to all natural girls out there, especially those transitioning to natural hair. People that are relaxed don't understand what I'm trying to say in this video, because their coils, their hair is straight, so they don't encounter knots like we natural do. So they won't understand what I'm trying to say. So you detangle because you're natural, because of the coils in your hair. All right, the kinky coils, they get to intertwine, they get to coil up on each other. So I was wearing this chunky twist, and when you guys requested that I share this video, I have to unravel it and then detangle for you guys. Just know that you can either do this on dry hair or on wet hair. The choice is yours. Basically, I love to detangle my hair when it's dry than when it's wet. Why? Because I have fine natural hair. Fine natural hair, they are more prone to breakage when they are wet than when they are dry. That's a video for another day. So today, let's focus on finger detangling. All I basically do, there is nothing, it's not a lot of work. There is nothing, it's not a big deal to finger detangle. All right, it's just basically using your fingers to rake your hair strands in downward motion. Make sure to finger detangle one section at a time. Use your fingers to gently rake through the hair in a downward motion, starting from the bottom of the hair and making your way up to the root. That is, starting from your hair tips to your hair root. That is how to finger detangle. You start from the root, you start from the tips because they knot easily. So you start from the root and then, you start from your tips and then work your way to your hair roots. Before you detangle, you have to use some products, like products with slip. I'm not going to be using any product like the conditioners, detanglers, and the likes, because my hair is dry and I'm not ready to make it wet. That is why I'm using oil. Oil is not a detangler, but oil gives you some form of slip when you want to do anything to your hair. Even when you want to take down your braids, you just need to oil your fingers and then use that to detangle. I always use my thumb to detangle. I use it to search for knots, or I use it to search for basically any tangle that I will get detangled, or any tangle that I need to separate basically. So you just keep on running your fingers through the hair from the root to the tips, separating them like so. Just keep going. What I'm doing basically here is just to separate the strands. Make sure that they are singly, just make sure that they are on their own. That's exactly what you have to do. Please and please, before you do this, make sure you section your hair. Do not do this on your afro hair without sectioning them. So I'm basically trying to separate all the strands on that section, making sure that they are separated. From what you can see, my hair is already looking combed, but I didn't use any comb. That is the work of proper finger detangling. So you just use your thumb to search for the knots, and then you use your fingers to equally search and smoothen it to be sure that you're not seeing any knots. Then you separate. Whenever you meet any knots, pause whatever you're doing, move straight to that section and then separate them. The best part about finger detangling is because you feel the knot easily with your fingers than when you use comb. Comb will not be able to tell you where the knots are. All they just do is just to yank everything off. So your fingers are your best friend when it comes to detangling. So finger detangling has helped me a lot in my hair journey. I don't ever use comb all the time. I can go weeks without using comb on my hair. I can do a full wash day without using comb. If you master the art of finger detangling, you will do yourself a huge favor because your hair will grow thicker. I don't always stress my hair with too much combing. Here is my tip to you. Styles that require daily styling, combing, brushing, etc. put too much stress on your hair and eventually lead to breakage. So avoid too much combing, too much brushing, too much washing, too much over manipulating your hair. Remember, in my last video I told you to minimize the use of combs on your wash days. Do not comb your hair in all the processes that you have to go through on your wash day. For instance, when you're shampooing, you use comb. When you're deep conditioning, you use comb. When you're detangling, you use comb. When you're moisturizing, you use comb. When you're styling, you use comb. That's way too much for the hair. It is going to put too much tension, too much stress on the hair, thereby causing you loss of shedding, which will eventually cause your hair to be sparse. So that's basically it. You can attest to the fact that with my fingers, I've been able to detangle my hair and they are looking like I used comb, but I never used comb. So master the art of finger detangling. It is not difficult. All you just need is just to use your fingers to rake through the hair to separate the strands of hair on your head, just to basically make all strands stand on their own without coiling up on each other. That is finger detangling for you. The best part about finger detangling is the fact that you will feel all the knots on your hair strands. You'll be able to feel the knots and then go there and separate it. With combs and brushes, you may never feel such. You just rip off the hair, thereby causing you so much breakage and shedding. Remember, when you shed, the more you shed, the more sparse your hair becomes. You should be worried about your shedding and breakage. Try all your means, try all possible means to make sure that you don't shed too much. If you minimize your shedding and breaking, you'll be able to grow really thick and bushy hair just like mine. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This is my most requested video. Please prove to me that you asked me to shoot this video by liking this video, leaving me a comment, engage in this video. I would like it to go viral so that whenever you ask me or request a video, I'll be able to shoot it. Because if this video doesn't go viral, you guys should not request videos. You guys should not request for videos again. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video shortly. Bye.